Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today, I am honored to share with you the next chapter of a story that has captured the hearts of so many people. A love that was torn apart by fate but restored through relentless courage. This is the story of Diep, a young woman tempered by hardship, and James, a powerful CEO whose past scars have taught him to fear love. Their path has not been paved with roses. It has been built on pain, misunderstanding, and the kind of trust that can only grow through pain. But today, their story takes a bright new turn. The day had come, the wedding they had longed for. Under the golden glow of a riverside villa, surrounded by blooming red and white roses, James stood before the altar. He looked at Diep, eyes sparkling, as she approached him in an ivory satin gown, radiant and serene. He took her hand and whispered, "From this moment on, I will be your protector for the rest of my life." Their union was not just legal, it was sacred. They were no longer lovers or companions. They had become soulmates, each other's refuge in a world that seemed determined to tear them apart. Soon, life blessed them with something even more wonderful, their first child. A baby boy. Plump, bright-eyed, and always smiling, a blend of James's calm strength and Diep's warmth. Even James' once disapproving mother melted when she held the baby. She saw not just a grandson, she saw a daughter in Diep. The wedding was not only beautiful, but also symbolic. Friends, colleagues, and business associates gathered not to watch a spectacle but to celebrate two people who had fought fate and won. When James whispered, "Thank you for not leaving me," and Diep replied, "I would choose you again, 100 times over," it was not sentiment, it was survival. A shared vow carved from all they had overcome, but amid the joy, there was someone watching quietly from the shadows, Tong, the man who had loved Diep so dearly. He struggled with jealousy and heartache, only to realize that love does not always lead to possession. The next day, he quietly disappeared from the city, leaving a note, "I am going far away to start over, and learn to forget." Even though Diep had moved into James' lavish mansion and accepted her new role as wife and daughter-in-law, she had never left her old home. The small, simple house with its garden and livestock was still her stronghold. She visited often, watering the plants, picking fruit, chatting with neighbors at the market. Not for money, but for memories. Deep down, she had never stopped being the ordinary girl with muddy hands and a hopeful soul. Even in high heels, she stood firm. James, who was always understanding, simply said, "Come back before it rains, I'll wait for you to have dinner." As their relationship deepened, so did their professional relationship. Yi became more than just a backstage presence, she became an active player in James's business world. From observing meetings, contributing ideas, and visiting disaster areas with James, she became a trusted partner, respected both in the boardroom and the factory. They called her Miss Yi Brown, out of admiration, not obligation. Her core strength was not ambition, but empathy. She waded through mud, delivered relief supplies, and held children in her arms. And James watched, knowing that this was the woman who would change his world. He taught her business the way she had once sold fruit, gently, through metaphors she understood. Each spreadsheet became a story. Each profit margin, a garden to be cultivated. At this rate, he had teased, you'll catch up with my work. She smiled, no need. Just let me walk beside you. Then came the news that changed everything. Diep was pregnant. When she told James, he said nothing. He just held her tight, tears falling silently. Those 9 months were filled with love and anticipation. Every night, James placed his hand on her belly and whispered, "Can you hear me? I am here." And then, the baby was born. The moment James held his son, fragile, warm, perfect, he knew. "Hello, son. I am here, and I'll always be here." That little soul had become the heartbeat of their family. Their villa now echoed with giggles, baby steps, and bedtime stories. Grandma, mother, father, 3 generations now dancing together in harmony. Even James' mother, always reserved, became gentle and affectionate. "You have worked so hard," she told Diep, her eyes filled with silent gratitude. Just as peace had finally been restored, trouble returned. One morning, as James was taking Diep and his son out into the garden, his phone rang. The voice on the other end was sharp with fear. "Sir, John has escaped. He is being pursued." "We don't know where he is, John." The man who had almost ended Diep's life. The man who had almost dragged James into his misery. Now he was free. Worse, he was not alone. An invisible force had helped him disappear, erasing all traces. James looked out the window. Diep was smiling in the sunlight, holding his son. He clenched his jaw. His world, everything that mattered, was there in that moment, and now he faced a haunting decision. Speak to Diep and prepare to fight together, or hide the truth to protect her peace, even just a little longer? The past is no longer behind them. It's back. When the ghosts of yesterday return with a vengeance, can love once again hold its ground?